everybody, welcome back to Nature's BS. Me, Nikki, and Andy are back together. We're reunited. How are you both?
Yeah, pretty
Doing
good.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Busy, busy, busy. Busy
Oh, yeah.
bees.
Someone say B.
Somebody says bee. I said bee.
Bridged.
The,
God.
the last time you were on it was our bee spotlight, so.
I know. And since actually, I've been seeing a lot more bees,
Me
which
too.
is kind of annoying, but also a really nice thing.
My my,
But,
my bug hotel is filling up.
oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, quite a few. I've been watching them. And yeah, I've had wasps in there. I've got lots of different types of solitary bee in there. I've seen cuckoo bees going in. It's been great. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
awesome.
It's all coming to life in your garden. I can't blame them. If I was a bee, I'd probably do your garden. Safe bet. Get treated well. Nice meals.
There's lots of flowers around.
Yeah.
Lots of tomatoes.
Lots of tomato plants. Yeah,
Delicious.
I've got over 200 tomato plants, of which I have potted on around about 80.
You
Really,
need
man.
200 tomato plants.
No, I don't need 200 tomato plants.
Why do
Just,
you
ju-
have
just
200 tomato plants?
somehow I've got 200 tomato plants.
We should do a giveaway on the stream.
I should.
Yeah.
One of Andy's tomato
Or,
plants.
or throw them at people.
One of the two.
No,
Do you have any enemies?
I do
Do
not
you
have
have
any
any?
enemies. No.
We could do a
Oh,
giveaway to see who to throw the tomatoes at.
Ooh.
Or is
true.
that going to be a bit?
If we had
Yeah.
channel points, I think we could probably do that, but we don't have channel points yet. And
We could locate someone's enemy to
yeah,
throw Andy's tomatoes at.
Weekly tomato thrower.
who is Andy's enemy? I would say it's bindweed right now, but
Well, that wouldn't be too much fun though to throw loads of tomatoes at bindweed.
yeah, I'd keep the tomato plants in my garden. So
You just be
True.
fertilizing the bindweed and just grow even faster.
that's true. That's very true.
Just makes me stronger.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Cool. Anyway, who do we have in chat? We have Hannah. Hello, Hannah. Thank you for joining us. We have Pookie. Welcome back, Pookie. John O'Vulture's here as well. Awesome. So some of the old crowd are here. The regulars.
Nice.
You know,
And I
the
hear-
ones to keep us on time and the ones to keep us right have
Yeah.
arrived
hmm
to
Someone
see what
had
we have.
pesto pasta. Donna had pesto pasta.
He did. I'm very jealous of you, Jono.
I am jealous. I did actually have pasta for dinner, but I had tomato mascarpone, which is also a good choice. It's the only thing I get pasta.
Jono Vulture says nom nom.
Very nom nom.
Very nom nom. Yeah, I had pizza for dinner tonight, so
Ooh,
just because
nom
it's quick,
nom.
it's quick and easy, and yeah, so I just thought I'll have a pizza. What about you, Nick? What did you have?
I had a red Thai curry.
Oh,
Very good.
Okay, you've one up
Good.
us
yeah.
with the red Thai curry. Did you make it?
Yeah, not the like curry paste, but all like the vegetables and everything like that put together.
That's
I'm
cool.
impressed.
I like a good red Thai curry.
Is that right? Is that spicy? Because isn't it like the other way around that
No.
there's green Thai curry, then red Thai curry, but apparently the spicy one is the green.
Yeah. Normally, but again, you can make them both as mute as you like,
Right.
spicy
I think-
as you want. So
I think regular people, it wouldn't be spicy, but I'm all for the spice.
Are
So you meant to
you?
have like half a jar, but I'd have like 1 teaspoon. Like, oh, that's too spicy. I'm bad with my spice.
No, I can't hack it. You know the Sensations crisps?
Oh yeah.
Like, phew, no, too hot. Can't hack it.
send them all my way. I'm not a spice fan, but I do like the Sensations crisps. They're great.
Well, we're a group of non-spicers over here.
Yeah,
Not
cool.
very spicy people.
Pookie made some chili and brown rice. Oh,
Ooh.
chili with brown rice. Oh,
Doesn't do it for me, you know. Chili.
I love chili.
Well, I'm vegetarian, so actually.
5 bean
I think-
chili. Oh, that's my favourite though.
With 5 bean
A
chili.
5-bean chili is my favourite.
That's a lot of beans. Or
It is a lot of beans.
5 types of beans, or just
5 types of beans.
5 individual. Oh, okay.
That is how you get one of those humongous.
We're not talking about that on stream. No.
Okay.
Wait, no. I'm not even going into it again. It's
Andy's had a very, very traumatic
I
experience.
have
today
a traumatic experience
with the
today.
number 2.
And
Not his own,
no.
someone else's.
Yeah. And
I joined in halfway and was very confused and concerned.
You wanted
No
it and you had a
context.
fun tummy.
No, I'm not. No. Let's move on. Let's get on to wildlife encounters. Let's just get on to wildlife encounters.
What have you both been up to? We've not even gone through this.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's very true.
What have you been doing in the last 2 weeks? You're gonna have to.
I'll let Nick go first. On you go, Nick. What have you been up to in the last 2 weeks?
I've been doing a lot. I think it was about 2 weeks ago the good weather was starting.
Yeah.
So I've done, I think in the last 2 weeks, 3 breeding bird surveys,
Right.
Black grouse survey, a few bumblebee, butterfly, reptile surveys.
Nice.
Seeing loads of things happen about. I've had a busy but great few weeks.
Yeah, it's got a bit colder, isn't it, this week?
Yeah.
Things slow down.
It's like nice in the sun, but then when the sun goes in, it's actually quite chilly, and in the nights, it's quite cold as well.
Nice, busy then. You got good wildlife encounters that I can hear from that.
Yeah, last week and this week they keep on somehow just getting better and better. So very happy.
Yeah, it's very exciting at this time of year as you start seeing things that either you've never seen before, or you haven't seen basically since this time last year.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a thing. I've been the same actually. I've been really busy the last couple of weeks. I did a bird survey on Sunday. I've got another one coming this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I have done a lot of work in the garden the last couple of weeks. Hoping to get out there soon to do a stream from the garden at some point in the next month or so, when it's a bit lighter, because it's still getting dark around about 9 o'clock, before 9 o'clock now, so I'd rather it was we got to a point where that wasn't the case. And then like I say, I've been potting on a lot of tomatoes. I've been planting out around about 80 to 100 cornflowers into my wildlife meadow.
I love
I've got red clover growing. I potted them on now, ready. I'm waiting for them to get a bit bigger, then I'll get them into the lawn. I have been planning what my front garden is going to look like, and when I'm going to do that work, which will be winter. So I'm going to keep it tidy, and then winter I'm just going to dig the whole thing up and start again, basically. And then, just seeding lots of stuff into the ground, and I've got radishes growing already. My rocket's up and running. Spinach is coming through. I've got onions in the ground, which are looking really good. My potato plants are up. So
nice.
it's
live off the land.
It's going well so far this year. My strawberry plants are flowering. My raspberry plants are already flowering.
Oh, nice. You can make a what's the thing called with the meringue and the fruit under?
I can tell you. I'm
Meringue tart.
Sorry.
A meringue tart. That's the only thing.
Yeah, something like that.
Fruity meringue.
A fruity meringue.
I have made, using the rhubarb from my garden, I have made a rhubarb chutney / pickle. I've got about 1 litre of that pickling at the moment, and I've also made a rhubarb cordial. So I'm currently drinking rhubarb. It's lovely. I love it. It's great. It's the 3rd year I've made it now, so I'll be making that all throughout the summer.
Nice.
With ice in it.
Yeah.
In the sun in the garden.
Yeah, ice. Maybe I might even put a bit of gin in it occasionally. And
yes, that would be nice. Yeah, a little cocktail, and I bet it tastes nicer. All of this because you grew it. Like I bet it has a hint of satisfaction in.
Yeah, I certainly like it. It's like all the effort you've put in, and you get to reap that reward by flavour and stuff like that. So it's really cool.
Yeah, lovely.
What about you? What have you been up to? Because we haven't seen you for 2 weeks either.
What have I been up to? I think these 2 weeks have just, I don't know where they've gone. I've been really busy with work. Just been out and about loads, kind of obviously looking at ponds. Newt surveys have started, reptile surveys have started, and this week, Nasdaq toad surveys. I'm on them this week. Yeah, really exciting. And that was on my list, wasn't it? Nasdaq toads.
Yeah.
So I can cross something. Hopefully, if there's none, then I'm going to be really disappointed. And next time you see me, I will be a shell of a person. No.
Wildlife encounters? None.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
How many natterjack toad surveys are you going to be doing though? Is it just one or is it multiple over a period of time?
So every week until March, April, May, June, July, till the end of summer.
Right, okay. So if you don't see one over that entire period of time,
that'd be so sad.
It shows that there's a big issue.
Yeah. Or I've got like Nasdaq toad repellent on me.
Possibly.
Which could also be the case because I want to see them so much. So like anything, because I want to see it so much, I'm likely to see these. But you know what? Actually, I did last time I told you I was going to go adder hunting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I already went adder hunting, and then I went adder hunting again. Guess what?
No adders.
No adders. It's annoying because I've travelled to 2 places which are apparently the best spots for adders around here, and 2 times I haven't seen them. Although it's still early, so I think I'm just too excited. So I'm gonna now hold the adder hunt until the summer.
So. My fingers are crossed for you. But could the adder be your version of what is the male hen harrier for me?
Yeah. Oh no! Please don't make it that. No. And Jono says too cold at the moment.
Yeah.
Agreed. It is a bit cold, but I've been going on like really sunny mornings where it's actually been fairly warm. So that's why I thought I would see them. But yeah,
we've had quite a few here in North Wales already.
This year.
I haven't seen any myself, but we've had some surveys done. That's okay.
Yeah, when I was
last month.
Yeah, when I was out doing the bird survey on Sunday, we went looking because the route we took, we passed a couple of metal sheets where reptiles can hibernate underneath or hide underneath and stuff and keep some warmth. And each of them we lifted, there was not a single reptile under any of them. So.
Oh really? Yeah,
nothing.
I've seen quite a lot of slow worms, lizards, but yeah, no adders. But I don't think really adders love to go under those sheets as much. They're more kind of out and about under heather and all of that. But one day my day will come. No, I've already seen them, but I just want to see them again.
That's cool. Okay. Right, shall we move on to wildlife encounters?
I think so. Yeah.
Who is going to go first?
Shall I go first?
Okay, Nick, you go first.
I'll go first.
Where do we start with your multitude of images that you have?
We'll start with. We'll go with the hair. Good hair. I'll talk about my black grouse survey, which I mentioned last week. So this was on the Friday, and I was planning on doing a bit like what you did, Andy, for yours, doing a little video saying, "Oh, I'm off to do a bird survey. Here's things like that." I tried to record a video at 2:30 a.m. and then looking back on it, I could not understand a word. I was just mumbling. I was like, "It's 2:30." Look, I was like, I can't show this.
I want to see it, please.
Maybe I'll bring it up for next week then. Or 2 weeks from now. But it was a bit annoying because it was originally meant to be on the Monday of that week. But then the weather was meant to be really bad, so it was rescheduled for Friday. And then Wednesday evening, Thursday early evening was perfect weather, lovely. Friday morning, early morning, we went really windy. bit of rain, which was forecast to come in at about 7 or so. So it wasn't great. And all the days after were lovely. So annoying day. So walked around the moorland for a few hours. Sadly, didn't see any black grouse or red grouse. A few of the other people did see some red grouse. So something. But sadly, I didn't get to see anything. But I had a nice walk in the morning.
Yours was a lot
But
earlier
yes.
than mine, so 2:30.
Yeah.
2.
Oh, 2. You say 2 a.m.
Half 2.
Half 2 in
It
the
was
morning. That's
an
just
impressive experience of doing an entire day's work, and then you come back to the office, and then people are only just starting to arrive for work, and you're like, oh, something's wrong. This is weird.
Yeah.
It's
I've been
a
up for
great
hours.
experience. Yeah.
Yeah, good morning. Good
2
afternoon.
work days.
I just wouldn't have gotten to bed the night before. I just stayed up.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't do all-nighters.
Oh.
I've never
No.
done it, but I know it would just wreck me. So I got a good 3 hours sleep.
Better than nothing.
Yeah. I actually climbed a mountain afterwards. Probably wasn't the smartest idea. That's in another photo. But yeah, it was a lovely day. So
Okay.
I had to make the most of it.
So we have an amazing image of a brown hare that you somehow took sleep deprived.
Yeah.
This was on the way back. She was like, "Hey," driving past. No, this was
Clear,
really
though.
lovely.
But someone's so tired. It's quite a clear image.
Yeah, it was lovely. They were right next to the road, so we drove past, and we stopped. And they stopped. Managed to get a photo before they bounded away. I think it's one of the closest I've been to a hare, and just they're such lovely creatures.
Yeah.
Up close.
Yeah, they're great,
I'm
aren't
happy
they?
to see that. What should I do next? I'll move on to my alpine club moss. So this was later in the day. Done the bird survey, done a bit of work in the office, and then we were like, really nice actually. Should we go for a walk? And then we decided to climb one of the mountains near the office to go look for some fun plants. So if you remember from either a week or 2 ago, the purple saxifrage, which I brought up, I went by myself that time to see them, and then a few of my colleagues and friends wanted to go and see them as well, so we went up. We did see a few of them, but most of them had already gone over, but got to see this lovely alpine club moss.
Nice.
So they're part of the bryophytes family. So is it non-vascular plants? Things like that.
I don't know.
Things like so it's not like your traditional plants. It's like mosses, liverworts, clubworts, things like that, or club mosses. But it looks a bit like a type of moss, but it's much firmer. It's kind of a bit more tucked in, a bit firmer, but really lovely. I did have another photo of it basically on a cliffside I was using through my bins, which wasn't great. I then found this one, which is very nice, which is much easier to photograph.
Nice.
Also saw some filmy ferns, which I love just saying filmy fern. So these were kind of up the mountainside, and when you can look for them on like the underside of like wet boulders, so next to a stream or just like a very damp kind of cliffside. You look on the underside and kind of the shady bit. You can find these filmy ferns. I think there are 2 main types. I can't really remember one, but I think the other one's Wilson's filmy fern. I don't know which type it is, but it is one of the filmy fern family. So that was very early morning, a long day. I think I did moth trapping the day after as well. What was I doing? I did something ridiculous.
This is zombie.
Oh yes, I went birding the next day. I wasn't actually a zombie. I was impressed with how much sleep I didn't need.
Fair enough.
Yeah, went birding the next day to an RSP reserve. Loads of sedge warbler, reed warbler, lesser white throats out now. So just lovely sounds. But we went to a woodland to try and look for pied flycatchers. And also looked for wood warbler. Sadly didn't see any, but did see some pied flies, which were really lovely. Had some great views. Kind of saw a female wander around and then a few males chasing each other. then just managed to grab this picture of a male, which is really lovely. Such a contrast.
Just to right between the branches, you know.
I know. I was like, shift to the side. I was very happy. But they're lovely to watch, pied flies, because you just like have them on a branch and they just like, jump up, catch a fly, and then just come back down to the perch. So graceful and just effortless. Really cool.
Yeah.
And whilst looking for the pied flies, I saw a missile thrush. I thought, oh, that's nice to see a missile thrush. Saw it fly across me, and then heard some squeaking. Turned around and actually saw a missile thrush nest, which was really cool. And it was, I don't know where they usually nest, but this was like on a really large oak tree, one of the branches coming out, and then just on a fork. But it felt quite exposed, from what I can see. It's quite hard to see, but that kind of grey, nesty, like fluffy ball in the middle is the nest, and you might be able to see a few kind of half downy covered chicks. I think there are 2 or 3 in the nest.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how open that is actually. But I would expect it so they have because they're really well camouflaged thrushes. Yeah. I would expect it's because they can then see basically 360 everywhere.
Yeah, that would make sense. Because even when the chicks are resting, they're still above the brim of the nest. But they blended in so well. Like I was with my friend and his dad, and we spent a good 5 minutes trying to point out the nest. So it did its job because it was hard to point out even when you know where to look. So went birding, and then decided to go to a really nice grassland and saw a cuckoo bumblebee, which is cool. I think it's my first cuckoo bumblebee, and I couldn't work out which type. So if someone knows, that'd be great. I could only narrow it down to Bombus vistalis or Bombus bohemicus, or Vestal or Bohemium cuckoo bumblebee, sorry.
It's a great pair.
I was very happy because all of the rest, whilst I was looking around, there weren't too many flowers, and most of them are queens, so they're just flying around, not really enough flowers. So I was happy when one landed, and I was like, oh, that's interesting because it doesn't have those 2 bands of regular ones. Yeah, so kind of panicky the button. And also on this grassland, I saw a moth which I've been wanting to see for a long time, which is a green longhorn moth. And these are amazing because you think it's just a regular moth, nice little antenna, and then just make the antennas big, like really, really big. Might be a bit hard to see, but the antenna are about 3 times the length of its body. They're just comedically huge. It's really funny to see, and it's like if it's still, then they're just nice up in the air, like radio antenna or something. But if it's a bit windy, they can do a whoosh, blast it back. It's very funny.
Like Jesus.
Yeah.
You wonder if that happens when they fly as well.
Yeah.
Maybe they make it look so easy, but maybe they are going, "Oh my god!" I'm really dragged down.
I need a haircut. Anyone? What is actually like the reason for the really long antennae? Is there like
I think it's a displaying thing because I think the males like gather together. I need to look into this more. But I think it's more of a impressiveness.
Not actually.
Got big antenna. I don't think it
impressive.
has much of a purpose, unless the females have a really weak pheromone or something. But it feels a bit ridiculous having that large of antennae.
Yeah, Piggy said that it posted a picture of them a while back, which is very cool.
They
are very cool. They're stunning.
Cool. Yeah. The first time I saw them, they were kind of quite high up on, was it hazel? On a tree, but a good 2 meters above me, so you can kind of see it's a bit hidden. I was just very happy to see them at all, and got actually quite a good picture. the main
Yeah.
thing obviously was the really long antennae.
Yeah, very cool.
What next? Butterflies. Seen quite a few butterflies recently. Saw my first brimstone butterfly. Didn't get a
Nice.
picture, just saw. It's amazing how green they are. Like a
Yeah.
green, like proper highlighter,
Striking.
vivid colour.
Yeah. It is like a highlighter, you're right. Yeah, it's exactly
Mm.
colour, isn't it?
It's just
Like,
so
yeah,
bright.
was it the top of the wings are a beautiful yellow, and then when the wings are folded up, they're this green.
Yeah. Yeah. Look like a leaf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen the brimstone moth. I
Oh,
hadn't
yeah.
seen the butterfly until I think it was yesterday or so. But
Brimstone
also
moth.
saw a really
Yeah.
nice comma butterfly. And I hadn't actually seen one kind of so close, and I went to get a photo. This was just on my phone. I was very happy to go so close. I just love the raggedy look, but it's such a pristine raggedness, if that makes sense. It's just
Yeah.
very
I
cool.
this butterfly, yeah, they commas over winter, don't they? Am I right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. So this has obviously seen some stuff. This is overwintered. Seen someone shed.
Yeah, Pookie said that commas have a hard time in the Netherlands. Why is that, Pookie? What's making them have a hard time?
I know the climate's relatively similar.
Yeah, I'd expect so.
Unless we're both struggling. This is kind of continental weather. To get the edge of that. That's sad though.
Yeah. To be fair, I don't see loads of commas. I don't see like major amounts. So maybe they're not doing in general. I don't know.
Yeah, I showed a comma last week, didn't I, Nick? And it was right inside the middle of a tulip.
Yeah, that was
Oh no.
perfectly cupped inside. It was
Yeah,
lovely.
it's very cool. I was very surprised because I was watching it, following it with my camera, waiting for it to land, and it went straight into a tulip to feed, and I went click 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 click.
Oh yeah. It smiled and waved at the
It
camera,
did. It very
basically.
much did.
Mm.
I also find it
Charisma.
interesting when it comes to butterflies that some butterflies rest with their wings open, and some rest with their wings closed. And it's like, and both. I expect both of it is to do with protection, because like the comma like that would be looking at displaying, saying, "Don't eat me because I'm not very nice." And then, for example, brimstones, which have their wings closed, they look like the whole idea is they look like a leaf, isn't it? So
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I always think when I see like butterflies like this, I'm like, are they just like absorbing the sun?
possibly,
Because
yeah.
I think
like
so, yeah.
they just want to really warm up.
Yeah.
I don't blame them. It's been cold.
It's been very cold.
Surprisingly, yeah.
We had a few days of beautiful weather, and then suddenly the temperature dropped again by like 10 degrees here. It's just
Yeah.
Gosh.
Climate change, yeah.
it's just I think it's just April.
Yeah, true. April's always a bit sketchy.
Made more sketchy.
True.
Cool. So I think you've got 3 more images to show.
Yes. I would just mention that my news article is a bit relevant with butterflies. And in it mentions that the comma actually had one of their top like population years last year.
Oh, amazing.
They're doing okay over here. Oh, so Pookie says it has something to do with nettles. Apparently, they are on the up again from being gone in 1925. Oh, okay.
That's great.
That's
All the
good
more
news.
reason to leave your nettles in your garden.
True. We love
Really
nettles.
good.
You can eat nettles, can't you?
You
Or am I
can.
making?
You
Yeah,
can,
you can.
yeah.
Great.
Nettle soup.
Oh, maybe I should
Love that.
nettle soup.
Yeah.
See, this is gonna sound stupid. Does it sting you if you cook it? No, I'm guessing not. No.
No.
Because that would be really painful. That wouldn't be a nice nettle soup if it
It's
just.
spicy. Ow.
Yeah.
You're right, Hannah. That is a fantastic picture.
It was lovely.
Yeah.
I'm very happy. Just as you said, just getting the sun, and I just get really close. Also, with some of the reptile surveys I've been doing. Some have not just ants under them, entire ant colonies, and some hadn't been moved for a while. So over time, they just formed their colony, and we had to move it just so the reptiles, especially the snakes, would actually use them. But just seeing the structure of the ants colonies, it's amazing. It's like a proper maze or labyrinth, but just so perfectly designed.
Wow.
Very satisfying just to look at.
I've never seen anything like this. That's mad. That reptile map, is that there for quite a while, or did they do this?
I imagine so. Yeah. It looked like it must have been there for a few years because there's not
Yeah.
just dead vegetation. There's nothing under it. It's just dirt, which has now become a colony.
Oh, that's cool though.
Hmm.
And
Done a bit of
no
mothing.
reptiles either.
No, not under those ones, but on others we had seen quite a few.
That's good
slow ones, lizards. I actually saw a grass snake today
Ooh.
on my survey, which is a very good record. I was
Yeah.
very happy about that.
Nice. Haven't seen
Yes.
grass snake.
Hmm?
You're beating me on the snake front. I've not seen grass snake or adder this year.
I have been out about a lot, actively looking for them, so it's a bit
I'll catch
unfair
you.
in comparison.
We'll have a competition. Who can see an adder first?
Oh, okay.
It won't be me, so you probably.
You never know.
Okay, everybody, post your pictures of adders that you see from this point going
No.
forward in our
No.
Discord channel. I've already posted the link in chat. We want to see adders.
No.
Everywhere.
No, I'll be like, where did you find it? Tell me exact location. And they'll be like, Scotland. I'll be like,
Send
I'm
it to
there.
me.
Amazing.
Done lots of mothing recently. Out on reserves, which has been very exciting. Highlight over the last week or so has been a red swordgrass, which looks really cool. I am a big fan of the sticky moths, so the ones that just look like sticks. So
Yeah.
buff tip. The
I
swordgrasses.
thought they were sticky, as in like you picked them up and they
Oh,
glue
yeah.
to you.
Stick-like. is the descriptive word.
Sticky moths. It's a
It's a bit
sticker.
annoying when they land. It's like, oh,
I can't get off.
stuck on a window or something.
Yeah, I get what you mean. They are really cool actually when they look like sticks or look like leaf things because they just blend so well. Like if you saw that,
Very cool.
you would just walk straight past it, wouldn't you? You wouldn't even bat an eyelid.
Yeah, no, it is very cool. Just how over time they've just become stick-like, just because if they look like sticks and they get to move on, it's very cool. I love the stick ones. And then on my apparently weekly dose of moths on shops, on the high street, came across a water carpet on the solicitors.
The solicitors.
Yeah.
He's got legal issues.
Every
The
week
worst
you
bit-
do this. Honestly.
I know.
Every week you come in with this lovely moth that's
I'm
been
very happy.
that's on a building somewhere in the town centre.
There's like Pizza Hut, the bank.
He's going to the solicitors going, this man took a picture of me without my consent. I would like to press charges.
The guy in Saw definitely had a witness as well because he was just looking at me because I could see out the corner of my eye and he must be thinking, why are they taking a photo of just the window? What's going on? Because I wasn't taking a photo through the window, I was taking a photo of the window, like side on.
Yeah.
Or maybe they went out and saw a cool moth.
I
just thought you did a new like shop front or something. You just thought that window is lovely.
There's one tiny patch. Oh, great.
have you ever seen the movie Fifth Element? This is to everyone in chat as well. You've not? Okay, so fantastic Bruce Willis film, okay? It's where the terminology or the line Big Bada Boom comes from. Big Bada Boom? So there's a sequence in that where the bad guy's minion, like henchman, is in the president's office, got his headphones on, and he's using a bug, which is basically a spy bug. and it's listening into the conversation that's going on in the president's office. When I see this, he said it was at a solicitor's office, and it looks like it's looking in the window.
Yeah.
Going, what's going on in there?
Infiltrate legal systems.
Yeah.
Go check out Fifth Element. It's a great sci-fi film. Hey, Thistleax.
Hey.
I hope you had a fantastic holiday.
Ooh, nice. Where'd you go on holiday?
She's been away for weeks. Thistleax
Nice.
has weeks and weeks and weeks.
Glad
we
to
got-
see them back.
You're back. That's great.
So that's been my wildlife encounter the last week. Who wants to show off theirs?
Shall I go next, Kat? Shall I go
You
next?
go.
I'll go next.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So I'm going to start off more with a few images from Budbee. So I did a bird survey up on Budbee on Sunday. This was the third part of the territory mapping for Budbee. In the morning, I was there for 6:30, not 2:30 like yourself. I did have to get up at 5 a.m. in the morning though, and it was a friend's leaving do the night before, and it was
Oh,
also my
Jesus.
mate's birthday the day before as well. So yeah, it
Nice of you.
was a busy Saturday, and then off I went. But yeah, these are just some images I took of Budbee while
look
we're
lovely.
walking around. It is an absolutely stunning reserve. It's attached to Sherwood Forest, so you park at the same place and then you walk. It's about half an hour walk through Sherwood Forest. You get to Budbee and you end up seeing this. This image is of one of the longhorn cattle. So there's about 72 longhorn cattle that are being used to graze both Budbee and Sherwood Forest. So it's natural grazing to manage specific plant species so that the rest of the forest can grow properly. So they'll be taking out bramble and all that kind of thing. So yeah, just wandering around, saw some beautiful scenes, had to take some pictures. So there we go. I'm not much of a landscape
Amazing.
photographer, but yeah,
I think they're great.
They are. They
really
look like
capture the essence.
Yeah.
I think
They
that's
look
my
magical.
favourite one, the one with the tree with the 4 bits
Yeah.
coming straight up. I think that's my favourite one out of all of them.
Yeah.
All the leaves coming out again.
Yeah, honestly, it was just stunning at that time in the morning. Sun shining at specific angles. I could have stood there all day as long as the sun didn't move. Honestly, I'd still be there now.
See, that's the good thing about getting up early as well, because you see that sunshine. And like a bit colder as well. There's something so nice about it.
Remind me, there's something we need to talk about on stream tonight about getting up early before we finish tonight. Okay?
Whoa.
Getting up early.
About getting up early. Yeah, there's something coming up next month that we all need to do.
Oh, I know what it is.
Okay, cool. So, moving on to the actual wildlife, as in moving wildlife, not stuck in the ground in one place wildlife, with trees and a cow. While we were out and about, we saw an awful lot of this little bird. This is a lesser redpoll, and there were hundreds of them, all in oak trees, feeding away. Very chirpy. Fighting, going back into the tree again, so on and so forth. It was amazing. And at one point we were watching them in a tree, and then the whole tree, it looked like the tree took off, all the leaves of the tree took off and moved over to another tree. It was immense. I go to bed at 10 p.m. so I can get up early. That's a good idea, Pookie. I wish I did that, but I'm bad. I'm bad.
I go to bed about 10 p.m. to be fair.
11:30.
11:30.
11:30 at night, yeah. But there we go. I'm more of a night person than a morning person, but there we go. So yeah, so lesser redpoll. So I saw a lesser redpoll. or many lesser redpolls. This is probably the best picture I got of one. Unfortunately, there's a nice shadow across it, but it is there.
Nice.
Okay, and then one of the key species that we're looking for on Budbay are stonechat. And I got this little picture of a female stonechat, which is a stunning little bird. The male is far more colourful. I'll show you an image of that in a second. The female is one of those birds that would be the stereotypical British bird, drab and brown. But I still think they're beautiful little things. Lovely song as well.
Yeah, no.
This is the male. Unfortunately, the colouring's not great on this because the light was interesting at this point in time. But I kind of like the silhouette, and you can just make out the very black head. It's got a lovely white collar, then a beautiful burnt orange chest. Honestly, stunning little things. Yeah, I'm just looking at it, remembering the little guy. This was a lone male that was actually still singing and displaying.
Nice.
All the other ones we saw had actually paired off, but this was a lone male.
Oh, looking for a friend.
It was. We move on to my first lifer of the day. And it is this lovely tree pipit. There were quite a few of these as well, I have to say. Very, very good. Again, this is another key species that we're looking for up on Budbay. So there was stonechat, there's woodlark, there's tree pipits, cuckoos, green woodpeckers. What else were there? Woodcock, nightjar. Although we don't do woodcock and nightjar in the morning surveys, we do them in the evening surveys. That's when they're easier to see and hear. And the nightjar haven't arrived yet anyway. So yeah, I'm sure there's other species off the top of my head that I can't remember. So, but yeah, so I love a tree pipit, and then my final bird for now is this lovely little yellowhammer that was looking at me going, "Why are you taking a picture of me?"
No, I love
Or maybe
that.
saying this is my best side.
Yeah, this is my best side.
Yeah.
While I was taking a picture of this, my top encounter happened, which I'll be talking about when we're doing our species focus shortly. So I'm not going to say what it is. But literally, I was taking a picture of this, and then suddenly my buddy, who's indie, turned around to me. He went, "It's in the air! It's in the air!" And I turned around, and I was taking pictures of it as it's flying past. Okay, so and I'm still having issues with my lens. So luckily, the lens was at the right focal length and the right, because I was on manual focus at the point to actually get the pictures of the other bird. So,
Well done.
So yeah, which was very, very, very lucky. So it's not a blurry picture. Are Dartford warblers a target species for Budbay? They are not, John O'Vulture, because they have not reached us yet. The closest one we've had was south of Nottingham, that I believe, that happened last year. So no, Dartford warblers are not on the list. In fact, I've actually got the list here. Give me a second. Do I have the list here? I've got it somewhere. I've got it somewhere. I'll have to go hunting for it. It's around here somewhere. But no, Dartford warblers are not there yet. And it's not a species I've ever seen, to be fair, so I'd love to see them. But yeah, so there we go. They are my encounters for the week, other than my species focus, which I will hold on to tightly. There we go. Cool. So moving on to... What is it, sorry?
I say, what have you seen, Kat?
Yeah.
So, you know what? I haven't been that great at spotting wildlife this time, but I've seen a lot of butterflies. Yes. So this is mainly butterfly focused, which is lovely to see. I love butterflies and I love that they're coming out. But first one is orange tip. I'm seeing them everywhere. So I've got pictures of male and female, so we can kind of look at the comparison of them. Yeah, so this is a male. So obviously it's got orange tips, easy to identify. But this comes out about March to April time. So you'll see it kind of like hedgerows, grassland. It's kind of everywhere around here. Do you get it very common around you guys?
I do. I've had one
Yeah.
in the garden last week that I managed to get a picture of as well, but the picture wasn't great.
Yeah, I'm same with Pookie.
Yeah,
I see them, but they
yeah.
never sit still. I'm like,
Yeah.
orange tip. And it's gone.
We were talking about it last week, actually, Kat. I was like, I even said, because most of my wildlife encounters were butterflies last week, sorry.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
said, I've even seen orange tips, but I can't get a picture of them because by the time I get to the point where I can focus on it, it's flown off. So,
Yeah.
which is
You just have to
exactly,
follow it.
yeah,
Follow it
exactly
long
what
enough.
Pookie has said.
Yeah, I think I'm just persistent.
Just
You
bear
can't
with
leave.
us.
And Hannah says, love dandelions. Yes, you are right.
Mm.
I love dandelions, and everything loves dandelions, don't they?
Over
A lot of
50,
the
over 50
pollinators.
species use dandelions as a food source.
I'm not surprised. I mean, look at that lovely flower. Oh, it's lovely. Makes you realize photographing birds are much better. Well, disagree with a camera phone because that's all I've got. But I've got a picture of a female.
Yeah, we'll bring that one up now.
Well, yeah. So obviously, like first impressions of this, you would think kind of one of the whites. That's what I used to think as well. But you can kind of see peeking through. It's got that kind of green mottled underneath. But yeah, it's just a female orange tip. So I always think that's quite a nice comparison looking at them both because it can get a bit confusing, especially looking at the whites and all of that kind of family. But yeah, my next one is speckled wood. I've been seeing this a lot, and actually, these have been harder to take a photo of. These have been just buzzing everywhere when I walk on like along hedgerows and kind of verges and stuff. They're gorgeous.
This one's been in a little fight. Look at that left wing.
Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like it. Bit rough and ready. But yeah, so these are on the wing or for 2 or 3 broods between the end of March and October. Adults feed on the honeydew, and the caterpillars feed on a variety of grasses, including false broom and cocksfoot. So, yeah, a nice little butterfly that we can see at the moment. My last one is a peacock butterfly, which I've also been seeing quite a lot of. Probably most common I've seen at the moment. And this was a lovely one.
Yeah.
That's a great one.
Yeah. I think it's fresh. Obviously these over winter, but this looks too pristine, I think. So yeah, I think this is quite a young one. Yeah, I found this in a woodland, but kind of they're everywhere, gardens, parks. And their caterpillars feed on nettles. So we're talking about how important nettles are. So they also help peacock butterflies. But something really fun about them is when they're alarmed, they will make like a hissing noise by rubbing their wings really quickly together. So with the like big eye spots, it tries to kind of scare predators away. So I think that's kind of funky for such like a little delicate thing. It's got an attitude, which I like.
I remember hearing that for the first time. It's really eerie because it's so unbutterfly like. It's like nice
Yeah.
flutterlings.
I don't
Yeah.
think I've ever heard it or recognised it. You know, I get lots of peacock butterflies in the garden, so I will now be paying attention to see if I can actually, whenever I see one, if I actually hear that noise. That'd be quite cool.
Yeah.
It's a bit like
Maybe
a
just
muffled
scare
grasshopper. That's the best way I can describe it.
It's a bit like what? Sorry.
Like a muffled grasshopper, so a bit more.
Okay.
Is it not like a zzz, but like a zzz, a bit like a.
Okay.
Can't really describe it well.
I will.
I'm sure there's videos online.
Yeah. I will now pay attention.
Yeah. Maybe just don't scare them, Andy. They think, oh, this lovely gardener coming out.
Well, if you remember last year, I had a painted lady land on my arm
Oh yeah,
last year. I haven't seen any painted ladies yet this year, but
No, neither.
I had one last year, literally fly around me while I was gardening and come down and land on my arm. And I was like, oh, hello. And I got a picture of it and everything while I was sat there. It was great. It was a fantastic experience.
Yeah, because I feel like moths are just so laid back. They're like, do what you want. You can put me on your hand, whatever. But butterflies, like, you have to earn it a bit more.
Yeah.
You know.
Definitely.
What Spooky said, the other butterfly I saw but failed to get a picture of is orange barred yellow. Ooh,
That sounds cool.
that does sound cool.
I'm
I'd like to.
I'm gonna look that up right now.
So am I.
I don't
Orange
recognise it. We get it in the UK.
You
Yellow.
must.
Oh wow.
Whoa, we definitely don't have that in the UK.
Far too colourful.
Whoa.
Oh, please. Hopefully, Pookie, in the summer you get a picture. Because...
What a butterfly.
Or what's
Ooh.
bird
Yeah,
of Chris?
Bird Chris.
I keep hearing this eyes scare predators away thing. I disagree. I think it's a distraction technique. So the eye, in brackets, and beak are drawn to the edge of the wing and away from the body. A butterfly with a torn wing can still fly and escape, but a pecked body, guy over, see so many other butterflies. The bulb markings are also at the wing, edge of the wing. You're
That's
probably right there.
so true.
That does make
I
sense.
thought of that.
Yeah,
That does make sense.
yeah. And it's a good adaptation, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really, that,
It obviously works.
yeah. Because yeah, I've seen some peacocks that look like they've been dragged through a hedge, so it's probably been working.
But not this one.
But not this one. This one is a newly emerged. And we'll wait. I wish we could track it and see it at the end of summer. That would be so interesting.
Yeah.
Battered
That'd
and
be cool.
bruised.
Yeah. Oh, someone should do this as their PhD. Just like
Following
how
one
battered.
butterfly camping overnight.
Well, you do get trackers now that are like the same size as a grain of rice.
See?
Really?
So I wonder if you could actually put one of those trackers onto a butterfly and it have no negative impact on its like ability to fly or move or anything like that, and then be able to
Yeah.
track that butterfly.
That would
I
be
think
so.
that has not been done at all. I think there's so many options and just things we could
Because
find out from
that would be amazing to find information out. I don't know how long the antennae is on them though for these tiny little things. So I think that might be a problem. But like they're using them on like small birds and stuff at the moment as well as I hear as a way of tracking them. Oh, thank you so much for the follow and Thistlelax, and we've got Alien Naturalista. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, no, to be fair, the tag seems a lot easier than getting a PhD student to follow one butterfly around a year.
Yeah.
Probably a bit easier. God, can you imagine? It'd be literally a 24-hour job.
I feel like I'd sneeze and then, oh wait, no, which one was I following? Oh no,
I lose them so fast in the garden. Like I'll be following it. It'll fly over a tree, and I've got to go through a little tunnel of clematis and stuff, and then like under I go, and then it's disappeared, and I'm like, oh, where's it gone? Oh well.
so
yeah.
the fences running over roads.
Yeah, you would have to like train in parkour before you took on the research project. You'd have
like
to be
flies like across a lake, you're like, oh no, start swimming.
Get your inflatable kayak out. Oh, that butterfly.
A challenge and a half. I think it's a lot of fun, but also really stressful.
Yeah.
I think it would get more stressful, like you said, the more time you went in it. If you were like already like 4 months in and then you lost it, you would have sleepless nights. But yeah, that's basically all my butterflies. But I do. Are we going to go on to species focus?
I want to do a quick little thing in between first.
Oh.
So there's a couple of videos that I've seen over the last couple of days that are on Twitter. Both of them have been posted by a well-known naturalist known as Chris Packham. And I thought I would share these. The first one is something that we've been joking about on stream now for quite some time. Where I dress up as a toad and basically block a road. And see what happens to basically help toads and frogs cross the road. Okay, but this is an advert that's been put out by a charity called 0 Hour UK, and the whole idea is to promote their Climate and Nature Bill campaign. So I'm going to show this. It's straight from Twitter, and I just thought it'd be really good because I find it very, very funny. So let's watch this first, and then we'll have a little chat about this, and then we'll move on to our species focus afterwards. So here we go.
I'm going to mute myself. What are they doing?
Hi! Excuse me. What's the hold up? It's a little bit of a rush.
Toads, my treasure.
I'm sorry, what?
They won't be long. Gorgeous little smashers.
Can you tell them I've got a meeting?
Just be a quick shake, my duck.
Shall I give them a lift?
Just nature, isn't it? Powerful yet gentle.
Precious nature. Its toads going ribbit. What has it ever done for us? I mean, actually done.
Well, plants make oxygen, which we need to breathe. It keeps us alive.
Okay, probably a fluke, but fine.
And they suck out the, what's it called? Carbon dioxide.
Dioxide, moron.
Lovely.
Food, soil to grow the food.
Yeah, and water to drink.
Or to go skinny dipping. Feels lovely on the old.
Yeah, okay. All right. Apart from the oxygen, the food and the water.
The sun powers things, literally makes things go.
Bees, they're important.
They sting you.
They do a lovely bit of pollinating.
It keeps us healthy.
It makes us less stressed.
All right, fine. But apart from sucking out the carbon, supplying us with oxygen, giving us soil to grow food, water to drink, solar energy to power things, bees that pollinate everything, generally keeping us healthy and whatever you just said about being less stressed, what has nature ever done for us?
Blessed us with coriander.
Right, no. So coriander can just go and absolutely...
And there we go.
I love that.
Sorry,
love-
the last straw.
I love that. I love
Yeah, definitely Bird of Chris. It's got a very Monty Python vibe.
That is really funny.
Very
I
much
think-
so.
That it's just some people, and that is so true though, isn't it? People don't realise. They're thinking toad crossing, that's inconvenient, but
Yeah. I've got some place to be. So does the toad. and you running it over stops it from being there.
You'd be really good in that position. Just people will say, "What's the point?" And you'd be like, "Well,
I've been waiting.
hours."
But my answer would be, and what's the point of your meeting? Does it actually save the planet?
Can we please make a Nature's BS version of this video, but with Andy as a toad?
You've been asking for this for over 6 months.
Where
And
am I
I've got the
gonna get it, though?
perfect reason.
Exactly.
Well, Burger Chris Wells, well, apart from medicine, irrigation, health, roads, cheese, and education, baths in the circus, Maximus, what have the Romans ever done for us? Which is basically the same.
Nothing.
Which is basically the same thing. I remember there was one that was done by the BBC as well, back in, I think it was the 1980s. The BBC did one too, which is also very good. So,
No, I love that. That's really, really funny.
yeah, excellent. But it goes to show the different.
Yeah.
It goes to show the different type of people that you have. You know, you've got the guy who sat there blocking the road, trying to make sure that the toads and frogs are all safe crossing. Brilliant. Okay, not the smartest match in the matchbox, but you know he's doing what we all think is the right thing. You've then got 3 cars around there that are quite happy to sit and wait, understanding what's going on. They might get a little annoyed eventually, but overall they've got a better understanding. And then you've got that one person who's just angry because they can't get on with their day. It's like the inconvenience of having to wait for an extra 15 minutes.
World
They're the ones
revolves
in the
around.
wrong.
Yeah. Is there a similar call for action for other animals as well? I see a lot of roadkills on the M1 every time I go to London. I think this call for action is for all wildlife from this advert. I think they just use toads as an example species of work that's already being done by, was it Frog Life?
Yeah, the toad patrols.
Yeah, the toad patrols. It's already happening all over the UK, which you can sign up to become a toad warden and a frog warden. And you can go out to a specific part of stretch of road where you can basically walk that part of road, and you pick the toads and frogs up and you walk them over to the other side in your hands or in a bucket or something, and then put them down, and then you go back and you carry on. That's how it works at the moment. Not like what you saw on there. But I said what I'd like to do is I'd like to block a road off and turn around and say, sorry, road closed, diversion this way, and then see what happened.
Dressed as a toad.
I've got to be dressed as a toad as well, yeah. But there we go. It's quite cool. But yeah, I'm seeing lots of roadkill. You see lots of roadkill around spring anyway. I've seen foxes, I've seen deer, I've seen badgers, hedgehogs, a lot of pheasants.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a red squirrel the weekend, which was a sad one.
Oh, I've seen
That is
grey
sad.
squirrels. I've never seen a red squirrel hit by a vehicle, but again, we don't get them here. So,
Yeah.
and when I was growing up, red squirrels were super rare up in Scotland.
Yeah.
At least it's good for kites. You know what, Birder Chris? I was driving home, I think it was either Monday or Tuesday last week. I can't remember if I said this on the stream last week or not. I was driving home from work, and I was chatting to my dad, and a red kite literally came down and lifted roadkill off the road right in front of me.
Really?
Yeah. It was like, wow. It was very, very cool. Then it got bombarded by crows who wanted the food for itself. But,
Yeah. That's all right.
Yeah.
See, I guess, circle of life. Obviously, it's not great, roadkill and that, but at least something is eating it, hopefully. In a lot of the cases, actually, when I see roadkill, they've been eaten by carrion or kite. Yeah. But it's sad. I do agree. Cool. Well, shall we move on to...
Species focus.
That's it. I drew a blank.
Our nature notebook. Here we go.
Huzzah.
Cool. So, are we starting with Nick again?
I'll go first. Why not?
Awesome. Here we go. Let me find
I've seen
it.
lots of orchids recently. Lots of early purple orchids. but the one I want to talk about briefly is the green veined, also known as green winged orchid. So these are gorgeous ones. I love it because you have to, or not have to, but to really appreciate them, you have to get really close and look at the really fine details, which I just love doing in things anyway. So the green veined orchid, at a height of 7 to 15 centimeters, is a short orchid of unimproved grasslands, mainly on chalky soils, although it can be spotted on banks, village greens, and even in churchyards. It flowers in May or June. The flower spike carries a cluster of pinky purple flowers, or sometimes white, that gives this orchid its name. The hood formed by the sepals is lined with green veins. Green-winged orchids are pollinated by bumblebees. The three-lobed pink or purple flowers of the green-winged orchid cluster around a single spike. The hood of the flowers is formed by the sepals and is lined with green veins. The leaves are narrow and pointed and do not have spots, which is one of the important things. So early purple orchids, which come out at the same time, do have those kind of blacky purple blotches and spots. So if you see the spots, then you know it's an early purple. But if not, then it might be a green vein, so you can have a closer look for those veins on the hoods. Interestingly, orchid seeds do not contain enough energy in the form of food reserves to germinate on their own, and have a form of partnership with mycorrhizal fungus to grow. The loss of these fungi through cultivation or application of artificial fertilizers and herbicides explains why these orchids are generally only found in unimproved grasslands. Which is really cool.
That's very cool.
And for our translation in Welsh, I'll copy and paste it. And for my butchered pronunciation, Tegerion I Wawn. Paste there. And I think it literally translates to orchid of moorland, like orchid of the moorland.
Okay.
Or moorland orchid. That is the green veined or green winged orchid.
They're beautiful.
Aren't they just?
And it's proper in flower. Like, you've caught it at like a good time.
Yeah, I went to go see them and I was very happy to see just all of them out.
I've got to say, it's not something I've gone looking for as orchids. And I'm pretty sure I've probably seen them, but I wouldn't know that I have. It's definitely something we had bee orchids in the under the major oak last year, and I didn't get to see them. And I've asked the outdoors team. I've asked the outdoors team to keep an eye out. Now they come up June, July. So I've basically said to them, like, if you get bee orchids in there again, can you let me know, and can I go in and photograph them? So hopefully, I'm hoping this year I'll be able to get pictures of bee orchids, which should be huge.
They're quite sporadic, aren't they, bee orchids?
I don't know.
They just pop up in places.
Don't know too much about them. I'm going to be doing a greater bee orchid count in late June, which will be exciting. I think last year on the reserve we had almost 10,000 of them. So it's exciting to see what's like this year.
No.
Is that another invitation to Frampton, Birder Chris? To be fair, I was hoping to get to Frampton on Monday, but I slept for 12 hours after my mammoth day on Sunday. Which is so unlike me, to be fair. I was thinking, I'm going to get up at 9 and I'm going to jump in the car and I'm going to go to Frampton. And because I wanted to see the black-winged tern.
Oh, I saw photos of that.
Yeah, I know, it's such a gorgeous bird. And unfortunately I haven't had a chance. But I am off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so I might pop over the weekend.
Nice.
Pookie says we call them harlequin. Harlequin translates to harlequin. Yeah, so harlequin. Yeah, harlequin orchid. That's cool. I like that name.
Yeah, on the photos it can be quite hard to see, so you have to have a good quality stream playing. But you might be able to see some of the veins. They look very black, just because it's direct sunshine.
Yeah.
We want to see some of the black lines on.
I've seen pictures. One of my colleagues, who's also on Instagram, I can't remember her name, but she's taken a picture recently of green-winged orchids, and they are It's nature through the looking glass is her. So it's nature underscore through the looking glass is her handle on Instagram. And let me see if I can find the image that she posted of green wing orchids. There it is, and you can see the green veins in this. See if I can get that up there. And that's it. That's it. Just appearing.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, like these growing just outside her garden. So
Nice.
you know she's very, very lucky. There we go. Awesome. That's a fantastic start. Green veined orchids.
Who wants to go next?
Go, Andy. We'll go in the same order.
Okay, so mine is another first for me. It's another lifer. This is a bird I've heard but never seen until Indy was like, it's in the air, and I turn around and I start snapping, and it happens to be a cuckoo.
Nice.
Such a good photo.
Yeah.
And like I say, I was very, very, very lucky that I had the right... it was the right distance away because I was in manual focus at the time, not autofocus. And to be fair, if I was in autofocus, I would never have got this picture.
Yeah.
Full stop. So...
Right.
You know, it was fate. So I've got that image, and then I've got a second image as well, which I think I prefer the second one because of the way the light comes through the top wing, and you can actually see the curve in the beak as well, which is very, very cool.
Nice.
But getting into some information about the cuckoo. So the cuckoo is a summer visitor to our shores. The males arriving in late April and leaving again as early as the first week of June. Cuckoo numbers are declining in Britain, albeit with much regional variation, and the bird's familiar two-note call, as the way it's called, cuckoo, cuckoo, has been lost from many of its former haunts. It is the populations in the southern half of Britain that have undergone the greatest decline, something that has been linked to the different routes used by migrating cuckoos as they travel to and from their African wintering grounds. By using tracking devices, BTO researchers have revealed the migration routes and wintering areas of British cuckoos for the first time. While some birds migrate south-east via Italy, others take a western route. Interestingly though, all the birds winter in the same part of Central Africa, and all of them return via western route in spring. So currently the BTO are tracking 5 cuckoos. I can't remember all their names. And as of 4 days ago, they were all in central Spain. So you can keep up to date with that on Twitter. Just follow the BTO, and they post regularly regarding that. So carrying on with some more information about cuckoos. There are around 18,000 pairs. This is of the count in 2016. The oldest bird from ringing was 6 years, 11 months and 2 days. This was set in 1983. Though there are 54 species of Old World cuckoos, just 2 live in Europe. Most live in Africa, Asia and Australasia. The name cuckoo is onomatopoeic, which means it is taken from the bird's call, like for example, curlew and hoopoe. The common cuckoo is the only member of the family that calls cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. Most of the others have loud voices but totally different calls. The cuckoo is one of the most widespread breeding birds in Europe and is only absent from Iceland. It also breeds throughout Asia, east to Japan.
Wow.
Okay. The earliest ever reliable record of a cuckoo in England was one at Farnham in Surrey on the 20th of February, 1953. It is traditional to write the times when you hear the first cuckoo of spring. Only the male cuckoo calls cuckoo. So this is a male. This image has to be because we heard it and then we saw it fly. The cuckoo's favourite diet is hairy caterpillars. Each season, a female will lay between 12 and 22 eggs, all in different nests. More than 120 species have been parasitized, I can't say that word, by cuckoos in Europe. In Britain, the most favoured species are dunnock, meadow pipit and reed bunting. A female cuckoo will generally lay her eggs in a nest belonging to the same species of the bird that reared her. Unlike most birds, female cuckoos lay their eggs in the afternoon rather than the morning. Though cuckoo eggs usually resemble those of their host, around 20% are rejected, so never hatch. And young cuckoos do not tolerate other eggs or chicks in their nest. And there's plenty videos and whatnot of as soon as it's hatched, it literally using its back and its wings, it pulls out, kind of cups it and forces the eggs out. I've even seen a video of a hatchling just after it's pushed all the eggs out, and they put in what is like a tomato, like a small cherry tomato, and the bird literally just gets rid of it.
Yeah,
pushes it
really.
out. Yeah. Ping
Clever.
pong balls, it doesn't matter. It does not tolerate anything else in the nest. So there we go. The wonderful cuckoo. This is the first one I've ever seen.
This is really cool. Really cool. And good photos.
Thank you.
They're great.
Yeah, Thistle says when cuckoos arrive, the monsoons are not far behind in India.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's cool.
And most important fact, they often live in clocks. Yes, they do. You're very right, Birder Chris.
Is that where they overwinter?
Yeah. Yeah.
Very much. That is very cool. What I will say is, I've always found it interesting that it's somehow the cuckoo. Like if you look at a cuckoo's egg in comparison to the eggs next to it, it's obviously much larger, but it's painted very similarly. Like there'll be some variations, but overall, like the dunnock or the meadow pipit or something will come back and see it, and it thinks, "Oh, that's one of my eggs," because it looks similar. And as we were wandering around talking about cuckoos on Sunday, Indy made the suggestion. He went, "I wonder, maybe the egg doesn't get painted until literally the female's looking into the nest, sees what the eggs look like, and then paints the egg on the way out. Is it lays it? Could that be how it's done, or is it because the female who's laying it knows the nest type?
Yeah.
So if it was born in a dunnock's nest, it knows what a dunnock's egg looks like and automatically makes that. So it's like, which way could it be? It could be both ways. It might be a mix of the two. You know, whatever it is, I think it's very fascinating that this kind of thing happens.
Yeah,
They're cool.
Like a photocopy is like, yep, that egg. Cool.
Yeah.
I
They're
think,
really cool.
yeah, I think the females are the same colour as the males. Give me a second. Cuckoo female.
I do think it's mad when you see photos of like a developing cuckoo chick with this tiny like meadow pipit, and I'm thinking, oh my god, like you would sly think it would like then clock. This is a bit suspicious.
Yeah.
My child's growing really quickly.
Yeah,
Who's the dad?
or is it genetic? Do dunnock raised cuckoos go on to parasitize? Bad spelling, dunnock nests themselves. That is the belief that they use, that they favor the same species that reared them. So that could literally be the reason for it. I'm trying to get a description of what a female cuckoo looks like. Give me a second. 160.
Jono says there was a great BBC documentary called The Peter's Finger Cuckoos. Just YouTube searched it and comes up with a reed warbler raid.
We'll have to give that a watch.
Yeah, so adult male and most females have a blue-grey head, neck, and upper parts. The underparts are white and barred at close range. Note the yellow eye. Some adult females are brown and barred on the head, neck, and upper parts. The underparts with white being white with dark bars. So basically, females can be either brown or grey. Pookie.
Very cool though. Very cool spot.
Yeah, I was very excited. It was literally the highlight of the day.
Yeah.
I even went around and I saw like I don't even think did I not show my well, I didn't upload one of my images. So I even saw Red Start. So
Good day.
I had a great day. But that was afterwards. We went into Sherwood to look for lesser spots and Red Start, and we didn't hear or see any lessers, but we saw Red Start. So which was great. There we go. Right, so that's my one. And we now move on to cats.
So my one's a bit different. I've been digging a lot of holes recently, and I've been finding lots of devil's toenails. So I don't really know much about devil's toenails. So I thought I'd do some research into them because I kind of see them. I'm like, oh, that's really cool. And I know they were obviously they're something from, they're prehistoric, but I didn't really know too much about them. So they're called graphea, known as devil's toenails. So this is apparently what they would have looked like. It is a genus of extinct oysters, marine bivalve mollusks in the family Graphidae. These fossils range from the Triassic period to the Middle Paleogenic period, but mostly restricted to the Triassic and Jurassic. They are particularly common in many parts of Britain. These oysters lived in the seabed in shallow waters, possibly in large colonies, hence why we find so many of them. The complete fossils consist of two articulated valves, a larger, gnarly-shaped shell, the toenail, which is like the top bit, and a smaller, flattened shell, the lid. Soft parts of the animal occupied the cavity between the two shells, just like modern oysters. The shells also feature prominent growth bands. The larger, curved shell sat within the mud of the sea floor, so that bit. So yeah, as it's sitting at now on the sea floor. These shells are sometimes found in along with shark teeth and fish scales, so shows they were in the sea. But yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. But there's not too much about them. But yeah, I just like learning a bit where they're from, and yeah, I find so many of these whenever I dig. So it must mean there was so many. And if they look like this, it is pretty cool.
How big are they? Are they like tiny? Are they?
Well, devil's toenail like
Oh wow.
this.
Okay.
Oh, wow,
yeah.
that's bigger than I was thinking.
The one. Have you got a picture of the one I found?
No, I've only got an illustrated image.
Sorry, guys, forgot to put the one I actually found on there.
Oh.
You're just having my word for it.
Post it on Discord. You need to post it on Discord once we're finished.
I'll post it on Discord, guys. But yeah, I've just been finding loads, and they are really interesting, like little fossils that you can just kind of find in your garden, which just shows how much the sea was everywhere. You know. But that's it. That was my wildlife focus.
Very cool.
It's a quick one.
Quick and interesting.
Interesting.
That was ace. And John Vulture says, goes back, saw my first cuckoo the weekend before last. Is that your first ever cuckoo, Jono, or is that the first of the year?
See, I've heard cuckoos, but never seen one.
Yeah,
but now I realise I've only heard males.
Yeah. Of the year, says John Vulture. That's what I was expecting from you, Jono. That's what I was expecting. But yeah, no, I've only ever heard them before. I've only ever heard two before as well. But this one was literally, it was like it was following us around the reserve, because we even saw it at the end of the day as it flew over our heads back at the car park. So, although I'm not sure if it was the same bird, It might have been a different bird, but I wouldn't think so. I think it'd be the same one. There we go. Cool. Fab. Right, before we move on to our news section, we have another video. Dun dun dun, another video. So this one is a call to action, everybody. This one is a call to action, okay? Today, there's been a big announcement of a get-together, and I'm going to let Chris Packham describe it all for us. So here we go.
Hello. Can I ask what you're doing on Saturday, June the 22nd, 2024, this year? Well, I'd like to call upon you to do something for nature. Yeah, we're organising a walk, peaceful, family-friendly, through London, and we'd like as many people to be there as possible because we want to send a clear message to our elected representatives and prospective elected representatives that we must restore nature now. They must understand they've got to step up because we have the capacity to recover, to repair, to reintroduce. We can make that difference, but we've got to do so with a lot more urgency. So look, whether you run a hedgehog hospital, whether you're a hunt saboteur, whether you monitor birds, bats or butterflies, whether you're concerned about climate breakdown or wild animal welfare, we would like you to be standing with us on June the 22nd, 2024. For more details in the run-up, visit restorenaturenow.com, and I look forward to seeing you all there.
There we go. So that's pretty big news. I do know, so there was an article went out today by the RSPB that said they will be there. I'm pretty sure the wildlife trusts will be there. I'm pretty sure Extinction Rebellion is going to be there. It's basically every conservation business,
Be a big
charity.
thing.
I think they're all going to have a presence there. And the more people we can get there, the better to show the thing. So I'm planning to be there myself. I might even create a little bit of nature BS t-shirt or something like that, so we can proudly show ourselves while we're wandering around. Be kind of cool if we all went, all three of us went, and we could all put our t-shirts on and off we went. That'd be very funky.
Yeah, for sure. No, I'm really keen to go. I think these things are so important.
Yeah.
And they happen very often. I mean, these kind of walks are kind of once a year. So I think it's important to show up, and people can't really ignore thousands of people marching in London. So it's just to get people talking as well. I think these protests and marches, it's just to get people talking about nature and try and get the message across a bit more.
Yeah, it's not just a walk. At the end, there are, I believe, presentations by some individuals. I don't know who those individuals are, but there'll be presentations and stuff that you can observe, which I think would be very fascinating. Just to even hear what they have to say. A couple of hours, then jump back on a train or a bus and head home. That'll be my plan. So
exactly, yeah.
There we go.
Sustainable transport as well.
Sustainable transport, yeah. It will most definitely be the train. So,
yeah.
As long as there's no train strikes that day.
No, probably, yeah.
It is the UK right now, so...
yeah, most likely.
There we go, cool. Bird Chris says, RSPB Lake and Heath is a good place to see cuckoos. They like to perch on the phone lines that go over the reed bed. The males wag their tails as they cuckoo.
Cuckoo.
Cuckoo, cuckoo. Very, very cool. Awesome. Right, so moving on. We're now moving into news.
The news.
The news. The news, everybody. Good news, everyone.
Shall I go first?
Yes, I'll let you go first.
I have mixed news.
Oh, okay.
Mixed news, good news and bad news. This is from Bird Guides about a mixed year for UK butterflies in 2023. The latest results from the annual UK Butterfly Monitoring Scheme, or UKBMS, show that 2023 was a mixed picture for butterflies, with some species soaring while others continued worrying declines. Half of the 58 species had a better than average year, while the other half were below average at monitoring sites. Species that flourished included checkered skipper, brimstone, and large blue, which all recorded their best year since the UK BMS began in 1976. Another species recording its best year ever was red admiral, a migratory species that has begun to overwinter in the UK as the climate has warmed, making it a common visitor across all habitats, including gardens. Its numbers have increased by 318% at monitored sites since 1976. At the other end of the scale were small pearl-bordered fritillary and small tortoiseshell, recording their lowest numbers in 48 years of monitoring, declining by 71% and 82% respectively since 1976. Small tortoiseshell had its worst year on record in England, second worst in Wales, and joint fifth worst in Scotland in 2023, but did really well in Northern Ireland, logging its second best year. Large blue, which was reintroduced to the UK after becoming extinct in the 1970s, recorded its best year yet, showing that conservation work with this species is really working. Other species had a remarkable year, including brown argus, marbled white, which we talked about earlier, black hair streak and holly blue, which all ranked in their top 3 best years since 1976. On the other hand, cryptic wood white, grizzled skipper, pearl-bordered fritillary, grayling, and Scotch argus faced significant difficulties. Green-veined white and ringlet both had a poor year, perhaps suffering ongoing effects from the drought the previous summer. There you go. A mixed year for butterflies last year.
Mixed. Yeah. It's nice that they have the data for it, though. I mean, it's really that they can literally kind of pinpoint how the populations are doing.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll have like habitat focus as well on it, so they'll be able to look at habitat and then look at things and then correlate all that information too, which would be really important.
Yeah, it must be amazing just the amount of data they must get.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Very interesting.
Well, my news story is from The Guardian, and it's also about butterflies. And it's actually about something we can all do to help butterflies. We kind of mentioned it a little bit earlier. So, letting grass grow long boosts butterfly numbers, UK study proves.
Surprise!
So, an analysis of 600 gardens shows wilder lawns feed caterpillars and create breeding habitat. Good news for lazy gardeners. Hello! One labour-saving tweak could almost double the number of butterflies in your garden, according to a new scientific study. Let the grass grow long. In recent years, nature lovers have been extolling the benefits of relaxed lawn maintenance with the growing popularity of No Mow May campaign. Now, an analysis of 6 years of butterfly sightings across 600 British gardens has provided the first scientific evidence that wilder lawns boost butterfly numbers. The benefits of leaving areas of grass long were most pronounced in gardens with intensively farmed landscapes, with up to 93% more butterflies found and a greater range of species. Gardens with long grass in urban areas showed an 18% boost of butterfly abundance. Where's the rest of this article? There it is. According to the study, long grass in gardens attracts more butterfly species whose caterpillars feed on grasses. These include meadow browns, gatekeepers, speckled woods, ringlets, and small skippers. It was suggested the boost in population was not simply because long grass provided more nectar from wildflowers within it, such as dandelions or knapweed, but because butterflies were seeking or actually breeding in rewilded lawns. Was there anything more? Private outdoor space makes... Oh yeah, this is a bit that really interested me. So private outdoor space, we're talking gardens here, makes up 7,280 square kilometres of land across Britain, an area larger than the counties of Derbyshire, Leicestershire, and Nottinghamshire combined.
And so, yeah, have a lot of effect.
And an estimated 62% of this is vegetated gardens, and so potentially vital wildlife habitat.
Really shows just doing a tiny bit by yourself can really add up.
Yeah.
If a lot of people do it.
Yeah.
And we are very, very, very close to May. Today's the 24th of April. So no more May. I haven't even cut my lawn yet. So, no more May. Let it bloom June. And then I can't remember what July is. But literally, I will not...
Yeah.
What was it? Sorry, Nick?
Let the butterflies fly July. But I think
there you go. That works.
Fly July.
That works. But you only ever have to cut your lawn once a year. Yeah. And that should be done in October. Mm-hmm. And don't cut it too short. Cut it to about 1.5 inches, maybe an inch, 1.5 inches. Cut it to that length. Rake up your stuff. Throw it into the compost heap. Done. Yeah. Yes, so look, birdie. I like this idea too. It means I can concentrate in other areas.
Birdie Chris says, let it grow, don't hold it back anymore. So yeah, Andy, we want another Disney song.
No.
The viewers want it, Andy.
The viewers want it. That was the last RSPB Twitch TV. Andy's a Disney princess. Unfortunately, I don't have the hair for it, but...
Got the spirit.
I've got the spirit. Advantage of no channel points is Jono Vulture. Yes, you're right, Jono. You're very, very right.
Distinct lack of animal impressions and...
Yeah, hopefully soon. We just need to get to 50 followers. We're currently on 27. So if you've not hit that follow button yet, folks, please hit that follow button.
Now that's motivation.
Yeah, and you get there, then I'm sure we will do animal impressions, and I'm sure certain individuals will ask me to be a Disney princess once again.
Yeah.
Oh no!
I mean, no.
I shake my fist in your general direction.
I hand you a microphone.
There is there is another Jono Vulture, my first expenditure. Yeah, there's another Monty Python link for you. I shake my fist in your general direction. There we go. Cool. Yeah, so that's my news. So if you are worried about butterflies, folks, and you have a garden, please just let the grass grow. That's all you need to do. You don't have to do anything else. Just let it grow. Don't worry about it looking messy, because I can promise you, the first year you might go, oh, that doesn't look very good. The second year, it actually looks fantastic, because so many wildflowers have seeded themselves in there. It could be dandelions, it could be clover, it could be daisies, it could be forget-me-nots, it could be nettles, there's so much, like, that's what's happened to my lawn. Honestly, there's areas of it which are absolutely gorgeous right now, and I haven't done anything. Yeah. And I mean that, I haven't done anything. Hey, Barnacle Bum.
Hi.
Oh, we've lost the cat. Cat has frozen.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh. You're still here, Nick, right? Yeah, you're still here.
Yeah.
Technical issues. And I walk into Andy saying, I haven't done anything. It's perfect timing, Barnacle Bum. Perfect timing. I have done nothing. I've been very lazy this week. Honest, I haven't really. I've been very, very busy. Oh, have we got Cat back?
Hello.
Hello.
Oh my God.
Hello.
Oh, my phone. I can't even see you, Bo. Technical issues. There we go.
We can't see you either. You're just a grey box right now. Did your phone run out of battery?
You can see me now. Well, I'm using my laptop.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
My phone got too hot.
My phone does that occasionally.
So yeah.
Summer's here.
Defaulted to Discord camera. You're right. There we go. Awesome. Anyway, moving on from Andy not doing anything. We will get on to Kat's news story, which I find quite amusing, actually.
Yeah. Could you share my news story, please?
I am showing it on stream now.
Oh, thank
Best
you. So
news of the
basically,
week.
boy 9 from Derbyshire wins European Gull Screeching Championship. Cooper Wallace wore a costume and lunged at some chips in his act at the impersonation contest in Belgium. And can we actually play the video?
Okay, cool. So playing now.
It sounds really good. Like I'm so impressed when I heard it.
Can you do other emotions? A seagull that is hungry. Yeah. Right. And the jury, 17, 19, 19, 18, and 19. Good luck. Nice performance.
I applaud.
The only
Honestly,
that really matters.
that was amazing.
It was really good, wasn't it? I was so shocked with how good he is.
His poor neighbours.
His poor neighbours. You wouldn't know if there was a gull around, or if it was Cooper.
Hanging around with it all day.
Well done, Cooper. That was immense.
Yeah, I know, really good. And I actually watched the video, and it was really funny because his sister got some chips, and then he was just doing the noise.
Just staying in character.
Yeah, exactly.
Fantastic.
But no, that is impressive, and that is good news. Bringing it home to the Brits for the seagull competition.
The first win the UK has had in any competition in forever, probably.
A long time.
Yeah.
Most certainly.
The
a
only
long
one that
time.
actually matters.
Well, we've claimed a championship now.
We have. We must hold on to
Good
it.
job, Cooper.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
I am not that good. What we need to do is we need to get Cooper Wallace onto the stream to do
Yeah.
all of our bird calls.
Oh my god, yes.
That'd be
we
brilliant,
do.
actually. That'd be fantastic. That'd be amazing.
That'd be really cool. Okay, that's on the to-do list. Get Cooper Wallace to
He
teach
must want
us
every
how
single
to do that.
a masterclass in bird calls.
Yeah.
Cool. And that's the news.
That's the news.
So
And my camera's really dodgy on the stream, I can see.
It is, yeah. My stream made me do a white-fronted whistling duck call on my bird call channel point redeem.
Wow.
I have no idea what that sounds like, Oluka Birdie. I'm going to have to go and look that one up. But I bet it was challenging. I've been doing cuckoo calls all stream because I saw cuckoo. But they are amazing. It's my fave duck. Oh, that's very cool.
Nice.
Okay, let's see. So what's a white-fronted whistling duck? I'll see if I can copy that. I want to...
It sounds like if you swallowed a kazoo or like a squeaky toy or something.
Okay, this is what... You guys hear that?
Yeah. It's like a squeaky toy.
It's like a squeaky
Not a
toy.
duck sound. It's really great. It's a very
Wow.
fun sound. I'm very happy.
That is very cool.
Mm.
Very, very cool. Awesome. Right, final bit. Something that we all must do. So I lay a challenge to my other presenters, Kat and Nick, and to everybody in chat. Okay? On the 5th of May, it is National Dawn Chorus Day. I want us all to be up in an open space. It can be anywhere you like. It can be your garden. It can be a local park. It can be a nature reserve. It doesn't matter where it is. Okay, and I want you to record the sound. It can be done by video. It can be done just by recording. Anyway, but I want you to record the sound that you hear. Okay, and then what we need to do is we need to pull all of these videos together, and we need to try and figure out what birds we have in on our local patches that we've been to.
Like that. That's
okay.
Fun.
So I'll be doing it from my garden.
Yeah.
Because then I don't have to go very far. And I can't remember what time it's supposed to start at. So give me a second.
Sunrise will be probably
2024.
5:30 or so for me. Bird of Chris says it does matter. Everyone should be at Frampton, otherwise I'll be doing the Dawn Chorus walk on my own.
Oh,
and it has breakfast included.
I'm pretty sure I know that Sherwood Forest is doing a Dawn Chorus walk as well, and breakfast is also included.
Nice.
So we go.
Get on this.
But it's on a Saturday. It's my day off, so I'll be doing it from my own house.
Yeah. Oh, look at Birdie says, "Oh no, too early. It's a work morning."
Is it the 5th of May?
5th of May.
So that is Sunday.
Is it Sunday? Is it?
Hmm.
Okay, that's fine. Well, I'll be doing it from. Is it really the Sunday?
I think so.
That's not good. It is a Sunday. Oh, I'm working that day. So,
early start.
So our top tips on how to get the full Dawn Chorus experience. This is from RSPB website. So number 1, the Dawn Chorus will be heard in some form or another almost everywhere, from gardens, parks, hedges and woods to marshes and even mountaintops. If you want, just open your bedroom window, lie back and enjoy the songsters near you. But for the full effect, a wooded area or park with mature trees are great bets. Number 2, set your alarm clock. In the UK, the Dawn Chorus is at its peak just before and just after sunrise. So ideally, you would be sitting still with a cup of something warm around 5 a.m. By around 6:30 a.m, it's already peaked. But don't worry, there are still plenty of birds singing, then you fancy a few more minutes in bed. Number 3, check the weather. Still, dry mornings are the best to hear the chorus in all its glory. Number 4, wrap up warm. Even in May, it can still be chilly before the sun rises. Number 5, if it's your first Dawn Chorus experience, just sit back and let the symphony of sound wash over you. It really is one of the UK's great nature experiences. Number 6, a walk with a guide is also great. It's also a great idea to get the most from the experience. Check out some of the events at RSPB Reserve. So Frampton Marshes, Sherwood Forest. I'm sure there are other ones being done at other reserves, not just the RSPB ones too. But I'm pretty sure it'd be done in a lot of locations. And if you're not an early riser, many species also sing on an evening as dusk falls. So the dusk chorus is also a thing. It's not quite as spectacular as the morning chorus, but still well worth a listen. So there you go, folks.
I love Dawn Chorus. Because when you do mothing, as a bonus of looking at moths, you get to do it with a background of Dawn Chorus. And I've done mothing I did some this morning and on Sunday morning. And it is glorious. Being on a nature reserve, early morning, there's like mist in the valleys. I could hear water rail, grasshopper warblers. Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Cool. So
I'm excited.
There's my challenge to you all.
I get some moths in there. That's a bonus.
Yeah. When is that? How long is that? One. It's next week. Next week, everybody.
Wow.
Next Sunday.
Please post your videos or snippets of your videos on our Discord channel. We will get all ours and we'll show them on stream the following Wednesday. And then any that you guys put onto our Discord channel, we will also show on our stream as well.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're right, Birder Chris. What you want is a bright morning, not too cold, no wet, no rain. That's when birds sing the best. It's also crystal clear. You do kind of want it a little bit cold. You want a nip in the air, a chill in the air, because the sound travels better. It's not as muffled. So.
And if it's nice and cool, then you get to see like the bird's breath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen some photographs of that recently and there was one of a blue tit singing, and you could actually see the puffs as it sang. It was insane. Such a good picture. But there we go. Cool, right? I think that's us for this evening.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's anything else.
No, I think covered a lot today.
Yeah, it's been great.
Good.
So thank you everybody for joining us. I'm going to post in our social links again. So there's the Discord one. Glad I caught the end. Yes, oh look a birdie. Glad you caught it too. I will be uploading this full stream onto our YouTube channel. So if you want to catch up, you've got YouTube. The VOD only lasts on Twitch for 1 week, so you've got 7 days to catch up on Twitch, but it will always be up on our YouTube channel. So there's the link there. Please follow us on X or Twitter, and also Instagram. Did that one work? It did. Where hopefully we'll soon be posting some wildlife encounters early to show off what you'll be seeing in the upcoming week. So that'll be very, very cool. Yeah, a little sneak peek of what we've seen, and you will know what we're going to be talking about. So please follow them, check them out, hit the like buttons on them, share them with your friends. It'll be brilliant. Like I say, our goal is to hit 50 followers. We're on 27 right now, so hopefully we'll be getting to 50 soon. So if you haven't hit that follow button, please hit it now. Yeah. Any words of wisdom from yourselves, Kat, Nick?
Just think of the animal impressions you can redeem when you get to 50 followers. I'd follow twice if I could.
Yeah. And I know it's me that's going to be doing them all.
Yeah.
Even more motivation.
So there we go. Amazing. Right, so myself and Nick will be back next week. Nick, do you have any plans for the next week that you might be talking about in a week's time?
See what the weather's like. I'll do a few bird surveys. As it always seems to be, just whatever wildlife just appears. I just look forward to seeing what happens. How about you?
Yeah, I'm the same. I've got a spot count survey in Sherwood Forest this weekend, so hopefully I will have some stuff from that. I'm hoping to get across to Frampton to see this black-winged tern. Expect to see me. I wouldn't count on it 100%, but the goal is to try and get over this weekend again to see that. And then, that'll be it. What about you, Kat? We're not going to see you for a couple of weeks.
No, so next 2 weeks, lots of surveys. So NashJack surveys, ooh, fun. Newt surveys, lots of newt surveys, reptile surveys, and I'm gonna try and get an emperor moth because I've put my lure out once this year and didn't catch one. So fingers crossed.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, and try and put my moth trap out more. Since I moved house, and it's now harder for me to put it out because I live in kind of like a housing estate. So that is my goal as well. Try and put the trap out more.
Yeah, I managed to get my hands on some large perspex sheets today.
Nice.
So
moth trap's coming along.
The plan is to increase the size of my moth trap, and once I've got that sorted, get that out over probably next month actually, to see what I can start finding in the garden, which would be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can start having moth offs.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm excited.
There we go there.
Bring
okay, so who is live at the moment? Let's have a look. Can we do a raid? Because Birder Chris has suggested a raid, and Oluka Birdie has also agreed that is a good idea. Who do we have? I do not see anybody in my lists. That is good. I'll have to go do some research. Oh, wait a minute. California Burbs is great. He says not being biased at all. Gulthiophor says duplicate. California Burbs. California Birds or Hoot House live stream. Dudlick says John O'Vulture. We're getting a lot for California Burbs. Okay, so how do we raid a channel? So I think it's Lewis Lion has great hummingbird streams. Ooh, I'm going to go look these people up.
Yeah.
I'm going to have no free time after watching all these people.
No, I'm not at all. So raid channel, pick a live channel to raid. Yeah, they got 88 viewers. We're going to head over to California Burbs, people. Just type in chat /raid California Burbs. Cool. Well, start raid. We're going.
Here we go.
Awesome.
So many raiders.
Oh no, I used unraid. Oh, I did the wrong thing. Idiot me. Idiot me.
We're generating hype. We're like, whoa.
I was, yeah. Okay, so we're going to go again. I'm going to call it there, folks. Thank you so much for joining us. I'll hit the start raid button, then I'll transfer everything over. Have a great one. We will see you next Wednesday. Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Who's going to see it?
Let's see if it works.
We can still hear us, but we're moving off now.